Welcome to Agenda Edina, a news program summarizing the actions taken in these chambers that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. Without the courage and quick thinking of his two Edina neighbors and an Edina police officer, an Edina man may not be alive today, according to Edina Fire Chief Marty Shear. The resident became trapped in his burning home on the 7,000 block of Linmar Lane on April 3rd. Edina Fire responded to a 911 call reporting the house fire and soon learned that an injured man was believed to be trapped inside. But once crews arrived, they discovered that the home's resident had been pulled out of the burning building to safety by his neighbor, Michael Bossard, another man, Bob Solheim, and police officer Mark Limbeck, who was the first responder on the scene.
It surprised me, but it was one of those situations where it happened so quickly, and you just have to do something. Whatever you're going to do, you better do it quick.
Well, it was a frightening experience, but what was really most anxiety producing was the possibility that we wouldn't be able to remove him. Can't even imagine that. Here's a neighbor that you might not be able to be able to help.
All three men were recognized for their bravery at the April 21st City Council meeting. 5 Edina volunteers received a special award in late April when Mayor Jim Hovland presented them with Mayor's Commendations at the 30th Annual Volunteer Recognition Reception.
Every year we do a Mayor's Individual Service Commendation Award, and it's awarded to an individual for their outstanding and exceptional volunteer service to the community at large.
The Mayor's Commendation for Individual Service was presented to Jack Rice. Rice's volunteer involvement with the city of Edina began in 1973 when he was first appointed to the Edina Park Board. He then became a founding member of the East Edina Housing Foundation, now the Edina Housing Foundation, in 1984 and served 3 years on the foundation's board of directors.
It's always been a privilege and a pleasure for me to work and volunteer for the city of Edina, and it's been easy because of the quality of the council people and the mayors that I've had to work with and the staff.
Rice took a 10-year hiatus before rejoining the board in 2004, where he now serves as its president. Under Rice's leadership, the foundation has been instrumental in developing innovative ways to help make housing affordable to the sons and daughters of Edina and many others who would like to come home to Edina.
There are certain neighborhoods in Edina, many neighborhoods, that have homes that are affordable to almost anybody in this income bracket, and we think they should take advantage of it. And we think that that's where our message is, that we don't think people understand that, and we're here to make it happen for them. And if they want to live in Edina, they should certainly give us a call.
Rice's work didn't stop there. In 1988, the city came calling again when council member Fred Richards was elected mayor and Rice was asked to fill his unexpired council term. Rice accepted this appointment with the condition that he be allowed to validate the council's choice in the next general election, which he did in 1990. During Rice's council tenure, his fellow council members relied on his business savvy and knowledge of the real estate market and development process to bring to fruition important projects such as Centennial Lakes. Last year, the city began work on acquiring property on Metro Boulevard for a new public works facility, and Rice stepped forward as a volunteer to help the city with a complicated property acquisition during unsettled times.
Without his personal interests in mind, and has been instrumental in securing a wonderful piece of property that will serve us for many, many years to come. When the council asked that he submit a bill, Jack said, "The city has been very good to me and my family over the years, and this is a very small way that I can return the favor."
A new home for the city's Public Works Department is one step closer to reality, as the city is set to close on the property at 7450 Metro Boulevard later this month. The property, which was formerly used by ConAgra as a microwave popcorn factory, will be the future home of a new public works facility. At its meeting April 7th, the Edina City Council awarded the sale of $14 million in general obligation capital improvement bonds to finance the purchase and renovation of the industrial property. Prior to the bond sale, independent bond rating agencies, Standard & Poor's and Moody's Investors Service, affirmed their high bond ratings for the city of Edina. Edina is one of just a few communities in the state with both AAA bond ratings. Renovation of the property for use as a public works facility is scheduled to begin this summer. A water main break in Edina left a number of residents wet and upset this past winter, but now the City Council has agreed to help those property owners who were affected by the unfortunate break. On February 19th, a water main break on Wooddale Avenue caused multiple sewer backups in homes and one Edina business. More than 20 property owners filed claims associated with the incident, but the city's insurance carrier denied them, finding that the city was not negligent. The council has since agreed to reimburse homeowners for damages caused by the event not covered by their property insurance, up to $15,000 per home.
We were, I think, in a great position to be able to provide some support for these residents, recognizing that we're all in this together.
The reimbursement will cover costs of cleanup and home sanitation, disposal of damaged items, and losses from damage to carpets, sheetrock, and heating and air conditioning equipment. Damage to furniture and other personal possessions will not be covered. An independent adjuster will be hired to evaluate the claims and determine losses. Reimbursements will be provided on a no-fault basis by the city, and homeowners receiving reimbursement must sign a release of liability. Since 2002, when a very similar water main break occurred, the city has worked to educate residents about the importance of sewer backup insurance, which oftentimes is not included in basic homeowner coverage. Despite the ongoing communication, some residents affected by the February water main break did not have insurance, and others were underinsured. All homeowners are encouraged to check with their insurance agents to see if they have this important coverage. Edina's Park Board has a new chairman at its helm.
Recommendations in this matter.
Todd Fronek was voted chairman in April, succeeding Mike Damon. A lifelong Edina resident, Fronek is an attorney in downtown Minneapolis. With experience as a local youth athletic association coach and youth group leader, Fronek was first appointed to the Park Board in 2005 and reappointed in 2008. The Park Board typically meets the second Tuesday of every month.
I think our vision for the Park Board is to listen to the needs of the community, and to the extent that people want to be involved in the Park Board or want to be involved in what their neighborhood park looks like.
To commemorate Arbor Day, Edina's Park and Recreation Department planted a Dutch elm-resistant elm tree at Strachauer Park. Last year, the city tree crew removed a stately elm tree on the east side of the shelter building there that had died from Dutch elm disease.
Trees are always very important. Of course, we know how they cleanse the air and provide oxygen in the air, and the shade, not to mention the beauty of all trees in the environment.
A wood-framed craftsman-style house purported to be on land once part of an 1890s University of Minnesota experimental orchard has been named winner of the 2009 Edina Heritage Award. When Bob Sauer and Robert Zoller purchased the home at 300 Blake Road in 1989, its original appearance had been changed significantly and was in disrepair. The men restored the home and grounds. The exterior of the home has been dressed to suggest an appearance reminiscent of early 20th century American craftsman-style home. The interior has been modernized, but with the original floor plan intact.
So to give some notoriety and possibly, I hate to use the word prestige, but I'll use it, to the neighborhood, that's a real plus.
In celebration of National Preservation Month, the Edina Heritage Preservation Board recently named the Coddington House the winner of its annual award. The city established the Edina Heritage Preservation Award in 2003 to showcase local historic preservation activity. The Edina Heritage Award is given annually to an individual, family, company, or organization that has made an outstanding contribution to the preservation, rehabilitation, restoration, and use of Edina's heritage resources. It's been a month of celebration and recognition as the city has presented this award and several commendations. Thanks for watching this month's episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.